Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 12th of January. Starting off with the S&P, where we're in this steep rising trend channel in place since the second half of October. The floor of the channel there around 47.30. Above that, we're looking for a break of the 4800 zone and heading up to as high as 50.30 by the end of next month. Obviously, we've come up a long way in a short time, so the rug could be pulled, but while we're above recent support 46.85, at least that area has been tested twice in the last month. The market has to be regarded as a momentum play. Moving along to the stocks and starting off with BTC Digital, which is obviously rather in fashion at the moment, given the ETF news regarding Bitcoin. We've got a rising trend channel here in place over recent months, in fact in place since the summer. The current expectation is that above the $5 zone, which was recent resistance in December, looking for as high as $6.90 by the end of next month or even sooner. A relatively new name coming up next, if that makes any sense, First Financial, and here massive unfilled gap to the upside. We've already had the shares breaking through the 50-day line rather well over the course of the end of November. Current position is that we have not much to go on apart from looking back to historical trends there, and you can see that currently the old $18 resistance is in play in terms of a possible pullback zone for the company. And on the upside, we're looking for that line there towards the $23 to be hit if there is going to be further upside on the situation within that broadening triangle from the middle of 2021. Moving along to a stock which is perhaps not quite so dynamic, it'd be difficult for it to be like that, Moolec Science, and here the picture is that we've got the shares trying to find their feet at the lower levels and around the 50-day moving average is normally an important time when the stock manages to break above that after a long bear run. Here we've gapped through the 50-day line around $2.50. Above that, we're looking for the shares to hit August resistance at $3.30. Ideally, there's no price action now back below $2.30, i.e. the floor of the gap and old support there from back in November. Returning to one of the stocks of the moment, which is Mega Matrix, a great name and a great result here in the sense that we've hit our target, the top of that rising trend channel there towards $2.80, which means we are trying to find what could be the next target for the shares, which would be the upper parallel of that line. That's currently heading to $3.80, and that target may be valid, that notional technical target, valid while we're above the opening price of yesterday, around the $2.50 marks, about above $2.50 with $3.80 on Mega Matrix. The next stock is Nubia, and here I suppose one of those situations where there's been a strong pullback. There's still obviously sellers there. That's why you've got those long candle wicks above the market. But at least while we're above the old support there, that support there from the middle of last month, around $6.35, looking for the shares to have a gyration towards the 50-day moving average at $9.80 over the next few weeks. New name coming up now, which may be one to keep watching, which is Paltalk, and here rising trend channel there. That target there hit from the June top of the June trend channel, $2.80. Above that, the next logical level is up to $3.75 by the end of this month at the old June resistance for this situation. This station only at end of day closed back below the floor of the gap there at $2.60, really delaying the upside scenario. Returning with this stock, the next one is REE Automotive, and here we've had various gyrations. The overall pattern here of a broadening triangle base, that's been in place since August. We're looking for $9.50 there over the next 1 to 2 months, which obviously we might have to wait a little while for. In the meantime, we've got the 50-day line currently around $4.30 as support, so above $4.30, looking for initially $6.30, recent resistance, and then up to the best case scenario target maybe over the course of by the end of February up to $9.30 if we are lucky in this situation. Another situation to keep an eye out on the bullish side is Recruiter, and here we've got one of those recoveries based around the 50-day moving average. A nice U-shaped, saucer-shaped turnaround, and the view is that while we're in this rising trend channel base that's been in place since September, our initial target there is up to $2.70, and hopefully we'll see that by the end of this month, while we're above recent resistance around the $1.90 level. Moving along to a stock which we were in position on in terms of looking at quite recently now. It comes in the form of Spectaire, and here the break above the 50-day line seems to be sustained at the moment. We already had a gap higher at the beginning of the month, and we've had another gap higher here now, and that suggests that we've got enough gas in the tank to deliver a move which is going to be really dictated by where the top of this rising trend channel is, rising trend channel base. Best guess at the moment is around $6, and we're looking for that by the end of next month, while we hold above the $2.50 area, which is basically just below the latest gap higher for the shares. The next stock has been appearing here quite a lot, and that's normally good news, and it has been good news. You can see that brilliant ascent there for SWVL. We've had our second target hit now at $5.50. Above that, we are looking for a new target. That's unbelievable, but up to $8, perhaps as soon as the end of this month. So above $5.50, looking for $8 plus by the end of this month. Moving on to another situation which hopefully will have legs. Here we've got SealSQ, and here again another 50-day moving average rebound off the lows. The current view is that we could head as high as the resistance line that I'm drawing at the moment, so basically the top of that broadening triangle from back in August, and above the recent resistance around $2, looking for the shares to at least get back towards the $5 area by the end of next month, which is or was support on the way down, ultimately up to $8 though, maybe by the end of Q1. On to the last three. First one coming up in the form of Sagimet, and here a nice rebound within a rising trend channel base. We were updating that now, and obviously we looked at this before. $10 a target here by the end of next month, while we're above that recent resistance around $6.85. Moving on to another situation which may be of note, Transform. Here we've got decent recovery here since the break of above the 50-day moving average at the end of October. The current view is that we are in a rising trend channel of the nature that I'm just about to draw at the moment, and the top of the channel there heading towards $4.80, which we're looking for by the end of this month. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $3.50 in the meantime. Last one of the day, and the last one of the week, is ZOS or XOS, and here an attempt to break back above the 50-day moving average. We've been in this broadening triangle base since the summer. That top of that channel there at $16, but obviously at the moment the obvious target would be that above the 50-day line around $8.50. We're looking for recent resistance at $10 plus, hopefully by the end of this month. That's it for me today. More updates over the weekend.